Morning. This morning, Elsa and I are visiting the new water plant. With me is Darren Dennison. Darren has worked for the city at the water plant for 27 years, and he has served in a facility that's 50 years old. And the taxpayers of Leitchfield and Gracie County that use our water is spending about $13 million for this new facility. So I've asked Darren to come over and talk to us, tell us about not everybody will get to come out here. And this will give you an opportunity to see what we're building. Darren, about what percentage would you say that we're at?
We're probably at about 85% being complete. Mm-hmm. The water plant itself is a 4 million gallon a day plant. Each filter can filter in 24 hours, 2 million gallons a day. Way the conventional style filter works, they've got anthracite coal in them, sand and gravel, and as the water comes in from the basins out back, it filters through there, gets a dose of chlorine, and then it'll head over to our GAC filters. Those are new compared to what we have at the old plant. GAC will take out disinfectant byproducts from chlorine, and we also have UV reactors we're putting in, and they take out cryptosporidium and giardia, and we're looking forward to having that. That'll even give us better quality water than what we do now. And right now we do excellent water quality. We're award-winning plant, have been for about 12 years straight, so this is even going to make it even better. So the building of the new plant, Division of Water has new regulations coming out that you have to take out cryptosporidium and giardia in the water, and that comes from animal waste is where that comes from. Back in 1987, there was a big cryptosporidium outbreak in Milwaukee, and it killed several hundred people, and several thousand people got sick from it. And we had to come up with a way to take that out of the water, and the UVs will do that for us. And then plus water demand. As the city has grown with industry and stuff, our water demand has gone up, and we just got to keep up with the times. So we had to build one. That building has served us well. Been here since 1967, the old one, and just everything's antiquated in it. It's just time to upgrade and build something so we can keep a constant flow of water to the city. This room is the feeder room for the main building. This is where we've got four chemicals being fed in here. Inside this double door is a carbon machine. It'll feed 50-pound bags of carbon one at a time. We'll put them in there about 2 to 3 times a day. And carbon's fed to take out taste and odor. Lime machine, we'll use it in the winter months to help the turbidity, which turbidity is the cloudiness or dirtiness of water. We'll feed that as a turbidity aid to take out turbidity in the water. Down here on this wall is one of the pump skids that we've put in. This pump skid is for aluminum chlorohydrate, and what it is, it's the main polymer we put in the water to help everything clump together and settle out in the basins out back. What we got over here is a pump skid for bleach. We have to put chlorine in the water, and this is what pumps the bleach into the water. Bleach is fed to take out viruses and harmful bacteria in water so it doesn't harm people. Got a bulk system to keep the bleach in, and then we got what we call day tanks that we fill from the bulk tank to the day tank, and then we pump from the day tank through these chemical feeder systems, and that feed system will feed down into the water in different locations throughout the plant. This will be our lab area. We have several different types of water that we'll pull from throughout the plant that we can test, and that's what all those faucets are for. anywhere from raw water, which is the water straight from the lake, all the way to top of filter water, bottom of filter water. You'll have finished drinking water there too, and we have to run probably 45 tests every shift, somewhere give or take 45 to 50 tests every shift, and then we'll do over 120 tests that we have to do in an independent lab that we have to send our samples off to as well. So it comes in from the lake, and this light green colored line back here feeds through, and I'll show you more of that once we get around the corner. What we have here is the filter pipe gallery. We were upstairs earlier and we could see the filters. This is downstairs below the filters, or actually beside the filters. All this piping goes to the filters. It either goes in or comes out, and that's where all this piping's involved. What we have here is, like I said, the raw water line coming in, and anything you hear raw water, that's water straight from the lake. Comes in, we have an intake 8 miles downstream that we pump the water over here to this facility and bring it in, and it'll get a chemical right here called sodium permanganate. It's to take organics out, and it'll flow on down and go through the flash mix. We were upstairs in the feeder room. In that flash mix, all those chemicals that we were just discussing upstairs gets mixed into it and goes out into the basins out back. Like you can look around, see there's quite a bit of construction still going on, but we hope to be online full time somewhere beginning of the year is what we're shooting for. Down here is the bulk tanks for another one of the chemicals. This is the main chemical for the plant, and without this chemical the plant will not run, so we have to keep plenty of it in stock and on hand.
What's the name of it?
It's the Sumachlor 50 aluminum chlorhydrate. It's what makes everything, all the mud, dirt, and everything clump together and settle out in the basins. Wet well below the concrete here. These two big ones down here, these are what will backwash the filters that we've been talking about. Those will push 11,000 gallons a minute of water at a time. So you'll wash a filter, take 5 or 6 minutes, so you're talking 50, 60,000 gallons of water in just about 5 or 6 minutes. These three will be what pumps water to town. Those will do each 1,900 gallons a minute to town. We can run 2 at a time and pump around 3,000 gallons a minute with 2 of them at one time. But under normal operations, we'll probably just run 1 for now until demand gets even higher, and then we'll use 2 of them at a time. So we're standing in the GAC building. It's a separate building from the main one. Reason it's called GAC building, we got these big vessels in here full of activated carbon. We talked about it earlier. We run the finished drinking water through those, and that'll take out disinfectant byproducts, and that's the last stage right before it comes to the citizens of Leitchfield. It'll go through those, take out any disinfectant byproducts, and then it'll get another dose of some other chemicals. One's called phosphate. It puts a coating on the inside of the lines so the water won't etch the iron out of the inside of the lines. Gets a dose of fluoride, gets another dose of bleach, and seasonally we may use what's called caustic soda, and that's to raise the pH if the pH gets low, but very rarely do we have to feed that, but we have to have it here just in case.
I want to thank Darren for showing Elsa and I around the new water plant and commend him on the fine job he does. And Darren, I know that you're the head operator, but you're not doing all of this yourself.
Absolutely
Who
not.
helps you?
Absolutely not. We have 8 total employees out here. Wayne White right here behind us. He's the head of maintenance out here. Been with the city 10 years, does an excellent job. Couldn't do any of this without all of our guys out here. Lyndon Lashley, been with the city around 17 years. Jim Milliner, been with us about 8 years. We have 2 new guys that just started this month, Robbie Mattingly and Zach Kreider. And then we have Micah Cox. He's been here going on 2 years. And who am I missing, Wayne? Tony Stone. Tony's been with us a little over 5 years. Mm-hmm. So got a good crew.
You got a good staff.
Yes,
Darren,
sir.
And the citizens of Leitchfield appreciate it. Every time the water faucet is turned on and they feed this to their children and stuff, they appreciate the good quality of the water that comes out of their faucet. And that's thanks to you and your staff, and then also the Utility Commission, who works closely with you and provides for us the economic support and the leadership support that I'd be amiss if I didn't name them. As Bob Crawford's our chairman. Pudgy Alley was probably our first utility chairman a number of years ago. Keith Jones is on that board, and Greg Bernard's our newest member of the utility board, and my brother Dwight is the utility superintendent. Have I thought of missed anybody else?
I think you got them all, Mayor.
Well, if I've missed out any names, I apologize, and I thanks to Elsa and her technology for coming out here and getting our picture, and I hope people enjoy this video and lets them know that their city's hard at work providing them the good services which they receive, and you're getting your money's worth. Thank you.